All right, so I wanted to talk briefly about Justin Compton. For those of you who don't know who Justin Compton is, he's a fairly new bodybuilder. I believe he turned pro about 3 years ago. He's in his early 20s. I believe he's about 24, 25. He's from Kentucky. He's from an area that I'm also from. So we're both Kentucky boys. I'm a huge fan of Justin Compton and the progress that he's made over the past couple years. He's obviously an insanely responsive grower as it relates to bodybuilding. He grows really fast and he grows really well, and I think he has a tremendous potential in the IFBB. He recently competed in the Arnold Classic. He was planning on winning it. I talked to him at the Meet the Athletes press conference. And he seemed like he was pretty adamant that he was going to win that show, and he didn't. So I believe as a result of that disappointment is why he chose not to compete in the 2015 Mr. Olympia. Now, personally, I think he should have done it. I think he should have competed in this 2015 lineup because honestly, I do believe he would have cracked that top six place um, at this year's Olympia. So if Justin Compton had competed, now we're looking at some pictures of him. Look how round and full and crazy he looks. I'm going to show some pictures of him from when he first started. He turned pro, or he started his natural career at a show that I plan on doing one day, the NPC Natural Ohio. So you can see, he had good genetics from the get-go without steroids. I mean, he was a decent-looking guy as a natural competitor. So anyway, my predictions of the Olympia with Compton, if he had competed, here's the order of who I would have winning. So first place, I would have Phil Heath. Second place, I would have Kai Green. Third place, Dennis Wolf. Fourth place, Justin Compton. Fifth place, Big Ramy. Sixth place, Sean Roden. The reason I say that is I believe Sean Roden doesn't have the muscle mass, just to out-muscle Justin on stage. I don't see Sean Roden with his aesthetics alone beating the size and roundness and fullness and hardness of Justin Compton on stage. I think Justin Compton would far outshine the likes of Sean Roden and possibly even Big Ramy. Now, the size game, Justin versus Big Ramy. Obviously, Big Ramy would win the size game, but I think Justin would bring a better package all around, better conditioning, more experience. He's been in the game just a little bit longer than Big Ramy. He's a hometown boy. He speaks English. I think the political factor of speaking English is going to play into the Olympia, whether or not anybody wants to admit it. I've said this for a while now. I don't think Big Ramy will win or place very well until he speaks English fluently. People have brought up the issue of Samir Bannout. He was an Olympia winner from the Middle East, but Samir Bannout spoke fluent English at the time that he won. People bring up the issue of Arnold Schwarzenegger. He won the Olympia 8 times, and he didn't speak English. He didn't speak English before he got to the States. When he was winning the Olympia, he spoke fluent English. So again, I think this is something that really is going to play a factor into being the representative of the Mr. Olympia. So I think in this year's lineup, I think Justin Compton would place higher than both Big Ramy and Sean Roden, and he would sit right there in that fourth place spot. I think Dennis Wolf has a little bit too much muscle maturity and a little bit more size than Justin Compton, so I think he would place higher than Compton. And Kai Green, my initial prediction video of Kai Green, I had Kai placing third or fourth. But after seeing recent, really up-to-date photos of Kai, I think Kai is going to place second, and he's going to be gunning for first. He's going to give Phil Heath a run for his money this year because, based on what I had been seeing of Kai over the past couple years, I've been seeing him slowly decline. And I know you can't really tell 100% what a bodybuilder looks like just off of one photo or two photos, but the couple of photos that I've seen of Kai Green recently, he looks fucking ridiculous. He looks fucking freaky and crazy, and he looks like he will be better than last year. So we'll see what happens when everybody's on stage, but I think Kai Green will secure that second place spot yet again, and I think Phil will, in the end, reign victorious if he doesn't leave that door open like he did last year. I think he's scared this year. I think he's nervous, and I think he's going to bring a tight package. But anyway, back to Compton. I think Compton should have competed, but I think the reason he didn't was because of that placing at the Arnold Classic, which I didn't really think was entirely fair. But anyway, That's Justin Compton for you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.